Okay, I'm going to show you the process for starting a coffee enema. You want to boil 4 cups of water, and then you want to take 4 scoops, 4 1 tablespoon scoops that look like this of ground coffee, organic, full caffeine coffee, and put it into like a pitcher like that. This is a glass 4-cup pitcher, but you could use a quart size jar, which is a quart is 4 cups. So put 4 scoops, 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. And then you want to pour boiling water over the coffee, which I've already done. So just do a little bit more just to show you. And then I let that sit for at least 15 minutes. But this one happened to sit overnight because I wasn't able to get to it yesterday. And then once it's sat and you feel like it's brewed, you want to take the amazing nut milk bag, which looks like this, some kind of filter system. You want it to be as thin holes as possible, because if you're using like a large hold thing, then the coffee will come through. And then you want to put this bag into a clean, sterilized, everything needs to be sterilized. So this came out of the dishwasher. This was washed in boiling hot water, this thing. And then you want to pour the coffee into the bag and strain all the, obviously strain all the that stuff out. And so I'm not even going to pour that all. I'm going to leave that in the bottom because I don't need that. And then just, the bag should easily strain it out. You don't even probably need to squeeze. It'll just drizzle it out. So there you go. You got 4 cups of coffee that you're going to do your enema with. So now we're going to take it into the bathroom and show you how to use the coffee. All right. So now we're in the bathroom, and here's the enema bucket. This is the one that we sell on purejoyplanet.com. It's clear, and it has a tube that connects there onto the end, and then it goes all the way down. And then at the bottom, the other half end, is a skinny little tube like this that goes into your anus or into your sphincter. And then there's a little white clip on there, and you need to clip that first before you put the coffee in, because that will keep the coffee from flowing out. I'm trying to do this one-handed. So let's see. So clip right there, close to the end of the tube. You can reuse these buckets as well. So now it's clipped. See, it's pinching off the hose. And have it be a little bit far away from the opening, but not too far. That one's actually a little too far, but that'll work for now. So then what you want to do is just pour the coffee in. This is so easy. Just pour the coffee into the bucket. And you should have done, if your colon is full, you should have done 1 clear water enema first. And you would want to fill this bucket all the way up with filtered water that's like body temperature, about 90 degrees, 98 degrees. And then flush your colon first with a bucket of clear water. And then you put the coffee in. This is exactly 4 cups. And you're going to let this tube kind of go down lower. Sometimes you can hold it over the toilet or over your sink and just kind of release that clip to let the coffee flow all the way out. That way you're not putting air in your colon. So once the coffee kind of starts to flow out the end, or it gets right to the end of the tube, which is right here, then you're ready to go. So you want to put something like a brown towel, because for the coffee, like a dark colored towel on the floor. Then you're going to lubricate this tube with some coconut oil or any kind of lube. And you can also put a little bit on your sphincter. And then you're just going to insert the tube in, let the coffee flow, lay down on the floor. So you're down here and the coffee's up here, right, on the counter. You can also use these handles to hang it on a doorknob, but you don't want to hang it like shower height because it's too high. So counter's great. I like to leave it right at the edge of the counter so I can kind of see it while I'm down on the ground. I can see how much coffee's left. Then once it's in, you're going to hold it for 15 minutes. So you want to hold it for 15 minutes inside your colon. I'm laying on the floor, and now the coffee has been inserted, and it's in there, in my little colon. And it's been, I don't know how many minutes, like 5 minutes. As you can see, the bucket up there is now empty. And what I want to do now, so I'm laying on my back, and I can also lay on my right side. So the way that the colon works, I'll just kind of give you a view there of the gut, is the right side is the farthest point, right? And then this is the transverse colon. Let me move my hand. So the right side is over here, right? And that's the farthest end of your colon. And this is the transverse that goes right underneath your belly button. And then the left side is the entry point. So that's where the coffee came in. So if I lay on my right side, all that coffee can be going over to the right side, which is where my ileocecal valve is and where it connects to my upper intestines. So I want to kind of let that coffee be in there. I can kind of feel it. A little bit of pressure right now. It's probably been about 6 or 7 minutes. So laying on the right side helps. You can also lay on your back if you feel comfortable enough and just kind of massage. And that'll kind of help. Like I can feel a little bit of, not pain, but just I can feel something there. So that's my corner of my colon where it comes up and it goes to the side. So that can help just to massage that. And then another thing you can do is put your feet, you can see, above your head. You can put a pillow or your hands under your butt to kind of elevate yourself. And then you're basically just gonna lay here and, I guess I'm turning this every which way. You're gonna lay here and entertain yourself for 15 minutes. Listen to a podcast or just breathe. Put some incense on, meditate. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but you can lay in a bathtub. You could be in a full bathtub with some lavender oil, some incense burning, some nice music playing, some soothing like kirtan music or devotional music. And just use this as a spa time. Use this as a time to just really like let yourself be healing. And yeah, so right now I've just got my knees to my chest and that seems to help. And I am a veteran at this, so if you can only do 7 minutes, then release it after 7. That's better than none. You could also have a second bucket waiting for you. You could do 2 buckets of coffee or do only 2 cups at a time instead of 4 cups. That might be easier for beginners to just do 2 cups of coffee, hold it for 7 minutes, release it, and then another 2 cups of coffee, hold it for 7 minutes and release it. Whatever works for you. You can do this up to 3 times a day, but I wouldn't suggest doing it after 12 o'clock in the afternoon unless you're really stable with caffeine. Like I can go up to 3 p.m. and I'm fine, but anything after that I'll be more awake at night. I do want to mention something called Coffea, which is a homeopathic, C-O-F-F-E-A, or it might be double E-A, C-O-F-F-E-E-A. It's a homeopathic you put under your tongue and it helps you fall asleep if you feel stimulated from caffeine. So I hope you enjoy doing this coffee enema. It's going to be really great for you on a fasting day. It's going to be really great for you if you're feeling a keto flu. I'm going to sit up while I'm talking to you. A keto detox at all. Just keto flu, anything where you feel a little bit toxic. Coffee enema is going to flush your colon, flush your liver, flush your gallbladder, and you're going to feel way better. I promise you, you're going to feel better. This is just a miracle cure. Like for those of you guys who don't know, coffee enemas are something that you don't have to suffer. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel crappy. If you feel like you've been exposed to a virus or you feel like you're feeling sick, do a coffee enema. It's going to flush your liver. Your liver is the thing that processes all the toxins out. So keep yourself healthy this season, whatever time this is for you, by doing coffee enemas, and you're just going to feel better and better and better. And I mean, I feel amazing when I do these, and I'm a regular coffee drinker, but even if you're not, you can boil that coffee down for 15 minutes on your stovetop, and that'll cook out all the caffeine. Just simmer it for 15 minutes, let it cool down, or put some ice cubes in if you're in a hurry. You could even do it the night before and then let it cool down to room temperature. I like mine a little on the warm side, just so it's not too cold going in. You can even make a few batches and refrigerate it, and then just warm up what you need as you need it. If you're doing like a week-long cleanse or fast. Hope this helps. I hope you really enjoy doing your coffee enemas and that you stick with it, because it is kind of a miracle cure. It's going to be really helpful for you. So, peace.